stop for a second. Take a breath. Do you feel that subtle, high-pitched ringing in your ears that hasn't gone away for days? Or that sudden, unexplained pressure right between your eyebrows, as if someone is pressing a warm thumb against your forehead? This isn't just fatigue, and it's not a coincidence. You are experiencing a frequency breach. Right now, as we move deeper into 2026, the atmospheric density of Earth is thinning, and the Arcturian High Council has just initiated what they call the Great Recalibration. They are bypassing the traditional channels of communication and speaking directly to your cellular memory. If you've been feeling like a stranger in your own life, like you're waiting for a ship that's already here but invisible to the human eye, then your DNA is finally desynchronizing from the 3D matrix. Most people are distracted by the noise of the world, but you were pulled here by a specific magnetic resonance. The Arcturians aren't just visiting anymore. They are anchoring their fifth-dimensional Blu-ray technology through those of us who are ready to hold the light. In the next few minutes, I am going to deconstruct the urgent warning they've sent regarding the solar shifts of this year and, more importantly, how you can stop being a victim of the chaos and start operating as a conscious Arcturian node on this planet. The transmission has already begun. Are you tuned in? Chapter 1. The Great Recalibration, 2026 Solar Flashes and Quantum Activation. We have officially entered the window of the Great Recalibration. While the world focuses on geopolitical shifts and economic instability, the Arcturians are pointing our attention to something much more fundamental: the Sun. In 2026, we are witnessing a series of unprecedented M-class and X-class solar flares that are doing more than just disrupting satellites. They are carrying light codes, high-frequency data packets designed to hit the Earth's crystalline grid and subsequently your own biological field. The Arcturians explain that our DNA is not just a biological blueprint, it is a sophisticated multidimensional antenna. For eons, the vast majority of our genetic potential has remained in a state of quantum dormancy, waiting for the precise cosmic trigger. That trigger is happening now. We are undergoing a carbon-to-crystalline transition. As these solar frequencies hit your field, they are literally shaking the density out of your cells, activating latent strands of light information. This is why you feel that bone-deep exhaustion one day, followed by a surge of electric energy the next. Your body is being rewired to house a higher voltage of light than the 3D matrix was ever designed to sustain. Cyclone: the 3 symptoms of the 2026 shift. Time dilation. Have you noticed that 24 hours no longer feels like 24 hours? You start a task and suddenly 3 hours have vanished. The Arcturians call this the collapse of linear time. You are beginning to bleed into 5D consciousness, a state where time is a holographic circle, and you are learning to exist in the eternal now. Sensory overload, high-pitched frequencies in the ears, what we call the Arcturian dial-in, and a sudden, intense intolerance for low vibrational environments, loud noises, or synthetic foods. Your biological vessel is becoming more refined, naturally rejecting the heavy density of the old world. The void state, a profound feeling of being done with your old identity. You look at photos of yourself from 2 years ago and it feels like looking at a stranger. This is the Arcturian protocol of vessel clearing, stripping away the egoic layers so your higher self can finally anchor itself within the physical heart. The Arcturians are clear. You cannot carry the baggage of the old world into the frequency of the new one. This recalibration is not a punishment. It is a necessary preparation. You are being upgraded to become a frequency holder for the massive energetic shifts coming in the second half of this year. But to thrive in this new reality, you must learn the art of stabilizing your field. Chapter 2. The High Council and the Bridge to 5D. To understand the transition we are facing, you must understand the guardians of this corridor. The Arcturian High Council is not a political body. It is a collective of 7th to 9th dimensional consciousnesses that serve as the master technicians of the organic ascension process. While other star nations focus on physical intervention or galactic history, the Arcturians are the ones stabilizing the very geometry of the bridge between our current density and the 5th dimensional reality. The passage to 5D is not a destination you travel to, it is a frequency you tune into. The Council helps us by maintaining what they call the Golden Bridge. Think of it as a high-frequency buffer zone. Without their intervention, the direct influx of 5D light would be too intense for the current human nervous system. It would be like trying to plug a household appliance into a power plant. The Council works behind the scenes to step down these energies, allowing your biological vessel to integrate the light without shattering your mental or physical stability. They assist specifically through the blue ray technology. This is a concentrated stream of sapphire blue light that carries the blueprint of divine order. When you call upon the High Council, they don't just save you from your problems. They transmit geometric codes into your field that help you reorganize your chaotic thoughts into a coherent structure. They are teaching us how to move from a state of survival to a state of sovereignty. In this passage, the Council is also acting as the guardians of the gates. They ensure that the distortions of fear and control cannot bleed into the higher timelines. This is why you might feel like your life is being audited lately. If something is not in alignment with 5D, whether it's a job, a relationship, or a belief, it is being highlighted and removed. The High Council isn't taking things away from you. They are clearing the path so you can walk through the gate without being weighed down by 3D anchors. They want you to know that the passage is already secure. The architecture of the new Earth is already built. Your only task is to match its resonance. When you align with the Arcturian High Council, you are essentially syncing your internal clock with the heartbeat of the galaxy. You are no longer drifting. You are being guided by the most advanced navigators in the cosmos. Chapter 3: The Arcturian Shield, a Protocol for Auric Protection. As the veil thins in 2026, your energetic field is becoming more sensitive than ever before. To be a frequency holder, you must learn how to seal your vessel from the collective static and the density of the collapsing 3D matrix. The Arcturian High Council has provided a specific activation protocol, a method to create a specialized, multidimensional shield that doesn't just block energy but transmutes it. This is the Arcturian Blue Sphere Protocol. Unlike traditional visualizations, this is a conscious engagement with 5th dimensional geometry. Shield the Auric Protection Activation. The core ignition. Sit in a quiet space and close your eyes. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. Visualize a vertical pillar of liquid sapphire light descending from the Arcturian High Council, entering through your crown and anchoring deep into the crystalline core of the Earth. You are now a conscious conduit. The geometric seal. Visualize a point of brilliant blue light at the center of your chest, your high heart. On your next exhale, see this light expand rapidly until it forms a perfect sphere of sapphire blue glass 3 feet in all directions around your body. This is not a static wall. It is a rotating, living field of light. The frequency command. Speak these words, either aloud or internally, to lock the frequency. The vibration of your voice acts as the final key. I call upon the Arcturian High Council. I activate the Blue Sphere Shield. I am now sovereign within my own field. Only that which matches the frequency of divine love may enter. All lower densities are now transmuted at the boundary. I am sealed. I am protected. I am. The transmutation layer. See the outer surface of your blue sphere begin to spin. As it spins, it develops a shimmering iridescent coat. Any arrows of fear, judgment, or collective anxiety that hit this shield are instantly converted into neutral light particles. They don't bounce off. They are absorbed and neutralized so they cannot return to the sender or remain in your space. Cyclone maintaining the shield in 2026. The Arcturians emphasize that in this high-voltage year, you should perform this activation every morning before interacting with technology or other people. If you find yourself in a crowded or low-vibrational environment, simply touch your thumb to your ring finger and whisper the word blue to instantly restabilize the sphere. By using this protocol, you stop being a sponge for the world's chaos and start being a beacon of 5D stability. You are no longer defending yourself. You are simply existing in a frequency where lower density cannot survive. Chapter 4. The Starseed Responsibility, a Mission of Sovereignty. Being an Arcturian starseed in 2026 is no longer about simply feeling different or longing for a home among the stars. We have moved past the phase of awakening and into the phase of active mission. As the frequency of Earth shifts, your presence here is a strategic placement by the High Council. You are a biological ground crew member, and with that comes a threefold responsibility: to yourself, to others, and to the planet. 1. The responsibility to self, maintaining the vessel. Your primary mission is the mastery of your own frequency. You cannot anchor 5D light if your own antenna, your physical and emotional body, is clogged with 3D distortions. The mandate: you have a responsibility to prioritize your vibration above all else. This isn't spiritual selfishness. It is functional necessity. The work: clearing ancestral trauma, deprogramming from fear-based media, and honoring your body's need for rest during solar upgrades. If your vessel is compromised, the mission is stalled. 2. The responsibility to others, the silent catalyst. Contrary to many 3D structures, your mission to help others is not about saving them or forcing them to wake up. The Arcturian way is the way of the resonant example. The mandate: to remain a point of stillness in the middle of the storm. As collective panic rises, your calm, unshakable frequency provides a tuning fork for those around you. The work: when you stay in 5D consciousness while others are in fear, you subconsciously offer them a choice to match your frequency. You help them by simply being, not by preaching. You are a living portal through which they can glimpse their own potential. 3. The responsibility to the planet, anchoring the grid. The Earth is currently transitioning from a carbon-based density to a crystalline structure, and she requires human nodes to help ground the incoming high-voltage light from the central sun. The mandate: to act as a bridge between the Arcturian High Council and the Earth's ley lines. The work: through your daily presence, you are a walking lightning rod. Every time you practice a protocol or maintain a state of gratitude, you are literally feeding the Earth's new grid with the data it needs to stabilize. You are helping Gaia birth herself into the fifth dimension. Milky Way, the final call. The High Council reminds us, you are the ones you have been waiting for. You didn't come here to be a victim of the shift. You came here to be the architect of it. Your responsibility is to live so authentically and at such a high frequency that the old world simply has no power over you. The transition is accelerating. The mission is live. It is time to step into your full Arcturian heritage. Conclusion: stepping into your 5D blueprint. The time for waiting is over. The transition we are facing in 2026 is a narrow corridor, and the frequency you hold is your only ticket through. Mastering your energetic field is no longer optional. To assist you in this profound journey of recalibration, I have made available a foundational guide, the 8 Arcturian Protocols. These protocols are of extreme importance for anyone navigating the current transition and the shift into 5D frequency. They provide the essential structural support your field needs to remain stable during the global chaos. I have left the link to access the 8 Arcturian protocols in the pinned comment below. The codes are ready. The bridge is open. The question is, are you ready to walk across?